Hello everyone, I am Compel, Nagasaki University. Thank you very much for coming here today. And we have the experts here. And I feel privileged to be here with all of those excellent speakers. And there are some foreign participants, so I will switch to English and make some comments in English.
So I'm going to talk in English. So first, let me comment on the presentation of Dr. Srivastava. The Anthropocene epitomizes the current trajectory toward planetary devastation, self-destruction, and existential threats to the survival both of humanity and nature. Dr. Srivastava's presentation highlights existential risks as complex, interconnected, and all-encompassing dangers with potentially catastrophic outcomes. He suggests that these visible crises, referred to as hammocks, are merely the surface manifestations of deeper systemic issues, BAMOCs, of the big icebergs. Yes. By exploring the submerged aspects of these crises, we may uncover existential opportunities that lie beneath the surface. Dr. Srivastava emphasizes the need for regeneration or regenesis across all systems, a rethinking of global security, and a fundamental revamping of our lifestyles. These efforts, he argues, bring us closer to realizing eco-civilizations, radically transformative alternatives for the future. A central component of this proposed pathway is the pursuit of planetary peace, defined as peace with oneself, with others, and with nature. So Dr. Srivastava's vision introduces concepts such as regenesis and eco-civilization, which resonate with deeper frameworks like holarchy, locality, and embeddedness. Therefore, my first question is this: could you further clarify the specific goals of regenesis and eco-civilization, how they integrate with other concepts in your model, and the methods you propose to achieve planetary peace? My second comment raises the epistemological foundations of the ideas presented. Your emphasis on systems thinking recalls a methodology that has gained prominence since 1970s, particularly in organizational and management studies. System thinking, while innovative in promoting synthesis, relationality, and emergence, has faced criticism for its underlying assumptions about finality, rationality, unity, and nested hierarchy. For example, the concept of holon presupposes that we can achieve wholeness within a closed system with a clear understanding of its parts and their interrelations. This approach often assumes that careful risk assessment can eliminate uncertainty, which inadvertently reflects the Cartesian confidence in humanity's capacity to dominate nature. Drawing from critiques like Ulrich Beck's Risk Society, I suggest that we must be even more conscious of the limits of human agency and the ways natural processes shape our subjectivity. Recognizing that nature is part of humanity and humanity is part of nature, rather than being two distinct entities, offers a way to transcend colonizing mindsets. My second question, therefore, It's okay. My second question, therefore, is this. Could you elaborate on the philosophical undercurrents of your ideas, particularly regarding the integration of humanity and nature within your framework for planetary peace? So, as to the second presentation, it contrasts with Dr. Srivastava's in two key ways. The first one, it focuses on the human sphere, particularly Japan, and the second, it examines the Sustainable Development Goals, which are a cornerstone of the United Nations agenda. Dr. Shirahase's analysis underscores the significance of inclusivity within the SDGs, particularly the inclusion of gender equality and women's empowerment. Despite, so let me go to the comments. Despite the contributions, these contributions, Dr. Shirahase's scientific approach shares similarities with Dr. Srivastava's in its managerial and technical framing of risk resolution. Her findings rest upon more traditional approaches to doing science, such as problem segmentation and scientific analysis. Thus, science through technical definition, demarcation of boundaries, and provision of technical expertise replaces uncertainty with predictability and creates a false sense of risk detection and risk elimination. However, as Ulrich Beck noted, reliance on technical solutions can paradoxically generate new risks. For example, while the Western liberal welfare state addressed some inequalities, it inadvertently dissolved traditional social networks, like extended families and communities, contributing to individualization, rising anxiety, and new forms of vulnerability. The second point is about SDGs. As a kind of tick list of separated goals, which risk oversimplifying complex issues. Their emphasis on gender equality often reduces empowerment to economic participation by marketizing female labor, while ignoring more structural inequalities, such as limitations in land possession, racialized social practices, family and community care, and overall reduction of social welfare programs. They are part of a wider framework of neoliberal global capitalism, which reproduces Western-centric norms of progress, modernity, and gender empowerment, and fails to acknowledge colonial and post-colonial roots of inequalities. SDGs therefore need to address the damage they are generating, including the undermining of traditional values, the fragmentation of local communities, the erosion of indigenous knowledge, and enduring impacts of colonial and post-colonial inequalities. My questions are two. Sorry for this. My questions are two. First, I would like to ask, how would Dr. Shirahase cope with reflexivity of scientific risk management methodologies, and what could be done to prevent regeneration of new risks, such as the ones of the liberal welfare state? The second question is, what strategies do you propose for mitigating the risks inherent in SDGs methodologies, particularly their neoliberal and post-colonial underpinnings. And for illustration, I have 2 more slides. So I would like to introduce a perspective from Okinawa, which might be regarded as Japan's global south. Okinawa's unique sociocultural and environmental context offers valuable insights into the 2 key themes highlighted in your presentations. First, concerning the integration of humanity and nature, Okinawa has a long history of enduring extreme weather events, such as typhoons. The memory of these climatic risks is preserved in its folk tales, ancient poetry, songs, and mythology. So the second, with respect to generation nexus, it is the youth who bear the brunt of these divisions, and Okinawa remains marginalized within Japan's welfare state, with a child poverty rate of 37.5% in child-rearing household, which is nearly double that of the second highest prefecture, which is Kagoshima, which is 20%. This stark disparity underscores the challenges of integrating Okinawa as a peripheral region into national development strategies. Okay, so let me end with this. Thank you.